I love
it. How are you going? Can you still see me?
I can still see you. I want to switch though. Your background is so nice. It looks so peaceful.
It is. We have got a little bit of serenity up here. The wind's just picked up here in Clermont, in Queensland. So, but all going well.
Oh God, you'd be almost halfway through your Queensland run. Would you? Not quite. Now you've got a fair few shows up there.
Yeah, I'm not really sure actually. I think we've done about 12 shows from Catherine, Mount Isa, Townsville, down this way, and then I think we still must have. I think we finished roughly around 10th of December, so still got a swag to go. Yeah.
Yeah. Is it going all right? It's always interesting being on the road with you, with all the animals and.
Yeah, no, it is pretty full on, but it's all so far, touch wood, it's all going good. We've got, I think about 8 horses and 10 dogs and 4 goats and a few kids. So, we've got some good staff hanging around, so it's pretty good, really.
Yeah, lots of fun. I know that you through the year you also go back home to do your shows at home, which you're doing. You do multiple shows a day, don't you? When you're based in Northern Territory, does it feel like you're getting a bit of a break when you're on the road sometimes?
Yeah, it's sometimes up there in Catherine, we've got to do 3 shows a day for GAM train passengers, bus companies, school camps, farm therapy programs, and horse rides, trail rides, and things. So it is pretty hectic for the 6 months up there, and sometimes 7 days a week. Whereas here on tour, we sort of go 3 shows a week: Friday, Saturday, Sunday, 3 different towns, roughly 2 to 3 hours apart. But then during the week, we sort of get a bit of downtime where we can spend a bit of family time. We're still on laptops and marketing, and I visit, I think, a few schools where I can. So in Clermont, I think we've got 3 schools tomorrow. Just drop in there and sing a few songs, talk about Dolly's Dream. So, it's a bit of fun, and you just got to sort of help out where you can.
Yes, absolutely. And that's actually why you're touching on that, Dolly's Dream. You've been an ambassador of that from day one, and you're still out there doing that in schools. Are people still reacting really well and listening to all of that message?
Yeah. It's when I first started, I didn't really realize how big a deal this whole bullying thing was, and so even back when we went to school, we didn't really have phones, and so we could have a bit of a break. These days, they're all carting phones around, and it's pretty full on. And then we do meet a lot of parents that have come to our shows, and often come up and thank us, they've lost kids themselves to bullying, so it's a pretty big thing and pretty widespread as well. So we just sort of try to help out where we can and keep it all ticking along.
Yeah, you couldn't pay me to go back to school and be a teenager now. No way. It's just a whole new world with all of that. So, no, it's a great message to be spreading. Your current single, When the Rain Comes Down, it's off your album. Tell us a little bit about this song and why you're releasing that as a single at the moment.
Yeah, well, this one is, I was on the Unidata track a few years ago, touring around. We met a family out there, young family, and we're having a barbecue with those guys, and a lot of other farmers and families came around. And at the time, it was very dry. They were waiting for rain. They were putting livestock down. They're waiting for hay trucks to arrive, and it was pretty daunting. Really, there's a lot of pressure, not only on the family but also on the kids. You could see they were sort of really worried as well. So I wanted to write a song that would incorporate the drought, but also the jubilation and the joy or relief when actually the rains did come. So, we wrote this one with my producer, Garth Porter, down in Sydney, and had a lot of fun with it. But and then also the video clip, trying to capture all that from the scenes down in Maree, South Australia, but then also up in Catherine, trying to get the fire brigade out there and help create a bit of rain,
Yes,
a lot of fun.
Yeah, for the thing. It looked like it was a lot of fun. And have you had that one, the video kit, ready for a while, or was that recently that you did that?
Yeah, no, we've had that one for a while. They're supposed to release probably, at least 12 months ago, but with all the flooding around the country, we just kept it back. It's a bit insensitive to release that one, so we kept it back, and then we've just released it now, and hopefully there's a bit of rain about, but hopefully a bit of rain comes to those dry areas,
Absolutely, yeah. And we went from big droughts to floods. It's been such a hard time across the board with all different natural disasters, hasn't it? But good to finally see
Yeah,
it out. Is this going to be the last single off your album, or is there going to be? What are your plans with the album?
yeah, that's a good question.
Mm.
We were just talking about this last night, actually, and I don't know. There could be one more single, possibly, off
Yes.
this one. I have written a bunch of new ones as well. So, yeah, the plan is to get back to Catherine mid-April, and I've got
Yes.
2 weeks spare. See, so I was going to possibly then fly to Sydney, hopefully record a new album if I can write enough
Yeah.
songs in the truck while we're traveling around,
Mm.
and then then get back to Catherine 1st of May to start the tourist season again. So we'll just see how we go and how much time we got on the road.
You never have any downtime, do you? Never.
I think we get a week over Christmas where I'll catch up with mum and dad down at Kingaroy there. So no, it's a bit of fun.
Yeah. Yeah. So you'll still be in Queensland for Christmas. That'll be nice, actually, to have that bit of a break.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good.
I know you're sitting there with your guitar. Would you like to do a song for us, and we can come back and have a chat, have a bit more of a chat?
Yeah, we can give it a crack.
I'll give you the room. I'll see you in a second.
Rightio. So yeah, this one is When the Rain Comes Down. Standing out on a dusty plain, been so long since he felt the rain, everything dry like a bone. Lifts his gaze to the empty sky, kicks the ground, endless dry, been waiting for rain for so long. He said, can you hear the calling, hear the rumble? Can you feel it in the air? Across the mountains, across the ridges, it's coming in, I swear. And the rivers will run, and the healing time begun when the rain comes down. Oh, oh, oh. It's near the point when the hope is gone. She watches him as he struggles on. It's never easy out here on the farm. Lifts a gaze to the empty sky, kicks the ground, endless dry, waiting for rain for so long. He said, can you hear the calling, hear the rumble? Can you feel it in the air? Across the mountains, across the ridges, it's coming in, I swear. And the rivers will run, and the healing time begun when the rain comes down. Oh, oh, oh. When the rain comes down. Oh, oh, oh. They'll be dancing in the rain, singing on the plain, thunder rolling across the sky. They'll be rocking, throwing down, ramming, towing round, letting it up tonight. Can you hear the calling, hear the rumble? Can you feel it in the air? Across the mountains, across the ridges, it's coming in, I swear. And the rivers will run, and the healing time begun when the rain comes down. Oh, oh, oh. When the rain comes down. Oh, oh, oh. The rain tumbles down. Something like that.
Sorry, couldn't get my mouse to work.
You're right.
That's wonderful. Lots of people were sending clap photos and everything. What a beautiful background, beautiful time to hear that song.
No worries. Thank you. Yes.
Excellent. Thank you for joining us. Now, I know you guys are so busy. We were talking before about all the tour dates that you've got coming up, and then you go back to Catherine. But can people still, while you're on the road, get tickets for your shows and come along and have merch, that sort of thing? Or what do we do? What's the best way to find out?
Yeah. People can definitely just jump onto the website, tomcurtin.com.au. They can, see all the venues where we're playing. Oh, here we go. Yeah, it's pretty full on. I think there's about, I'm not really sure anymore, it's 60 odd shows, but people can either buy merch online or come book online. It's a bit cheaper than just rocking up at the gate because we've got to keep all the people doing all the catering. A little bit more accurate numbers on the catering. So we made the gate a little bit more expensive. That would channel everyone through the website, you know. So
exactly.
But thank you so much for all the support. Appreciate it.
It's great, but you know it's a big tour when you've got to have a key to work out what shows or what. You've got so many dates with all these different things happening. I guess, and that's the thing. It's not just you on the road. There's a whole heap of you on this tour. We had Laura Frank on the show last week. We've had Mel and Chris. You're all on the road again. Are you all performing? I know most of the shows now, everybody's on from now forward. How's that all going as a whole team? It's changed.
It's pretty awesome, really. I think I was just saying that normally in the past we've just had a bit of, iPod music going as people are rolling in, but we got Laura Frank to jump up there and belt a few out for half an hour, and it really just lifts the whole vibe, the whole atmosphere of the show. And we do the hour roughly Outback show, and then Chris and Mel jump up too, and they do their thing, and then I jump up after those guys, and we all sort of sing along, So it's really cool getting everyone involved, and it creates a real cool family atmosphere as well. Being on the road for so long with all these guys, they're amazing musicians, singer-songwriters, and just hang out with them and chill with them for a while. It's pretty awesome as well.
Do you get any time to sit and write together? Is it a whole thing? Probably not.
We don't get a great deal, to be honest, but I'll be definitely trying to, because normally Friday, Saturday, Sunday is pretty full on. And then Monday to Thursday, I just tell them all to go do their own thing. And that way, because there's so much to see on the road and everyone's doing their own thing. And so I've just got to hang with the animals, people just to hang around, helping out when they could be actually sightseeing, because it's a massive country. And so we sort of pull up at a few mates' places along the way that have got big paddocks to run horses and dogs in and things like that. And that freshens the animals up. And then we also catch up with my mates and a few others, but then we get them back sort of on a Thursday night. Usually all the musicians come in and help with Friday setup and things like that. So it's it's a pretty cool little
it's a nice way to travel around. It's a good way to get to see Australia as well. At least you've got a set tour every week, and you can actually just enjoy that area on the way to the next weekend. It's a really good way to do it. But you guys have been on the road, especially Mel and Chris. They've been on the road with you for quite a long time now, and everybody just loves to see you all together.
Yeah, it's pretty awesome. Pretty awesome to be able to do that, and people still turning up to support the shows. We keep trying to tweak it all, different shows, different songs, to make it fresh every year. So it's it's a lot of fun, a lot of imagination, and we're having a good time doing it.
So what do you do with all the animals? I've had a few people ask, you're taking all these animals on the road. What do we get to see as part of the show that does involve the horses and the dogs? What are you doing with them and showing people?
Yeah, so we've got about 10 dogs, I think, but each year we've got different dogs. So a lot of people give us dogs they don't like or get along with, or they don't want them. So I just get them very cheaply. I train the heck out of them, and then we sell them to farmers all around the country to work sheep or cattle. So in the shows, they're actually using young dogs or dogs with bad habits, and teaching them to sit and stay and jump up and round up some goats, which will what they will be being used for out in the on the farms. So it's it just keeps it. You could have some really good dogs that do everything right all the time, every show, but I just found it was getting too boring. So over the years, I've just got a couple of really good dogs that roughly show you what they're supposed to do. Then we've got a heap of riffraff that we bring out. And we get people out of the crowd to come and help train those dogs as well. And then we also the same thing with horses. So we've got a swag of horses that we're teaching to lay down, roll out a swag, pick up my hat. I'm trying to ride one, playing the guitar. So I'm trying to use different horses each show to do that with. So just so we're not using the same old horse all the time. So it's for me, it's a great challenge, but also it's not going to go right all every show, So it's and people can see it's real and raw. So I think they can see that authentic side of it, and that's the attraction. That it's not all just going to go like clockwork.
No, and I was about to say the bloopers reel would be great fun. But I know last year you had it might have been this year when you had an incident and you broke your guitar. And I thought when I saw that on Facebook, of course it was funny, but I thought it just shows how real what you do is, because you can't, even if they're the best trained animals, they're not going to do everything every time, are they? It's just
no, that's right. You've got to roll with it. The show the other day, a little goat we're training, it just ran off out into the crowd, and we had kids chasing it and jumping over tables and everything, and people could see, same sort of thing. It was, it wasn't rehearsed. This is just what happens. And we got it back, no worries. It was we used all these kids to use the kids as a fence to get this goat back. So it was a lot of fun. And the goat had a great sightseeing trip. But we got it back and sorted itself out.
Yeah, lots of fun. How did this come about? I know that when I first got to meet you, you were performing music. You obviously have always worked with animals and always grown up on the farm. But how did the show? Where did the idea come from, and how did you guys start touring with all this?
Yeah, I suppose. I've always been training horses on a lot of remote cattle stations. 25 years ago, and so that was my main job. And then I moved to Katherine and got all the horses sent in there, and I started them under saddle. So I had to ride them for the first time and catch them, and they're pretty wild horses. So I did a lot of that, and I still love training dogs. And then, I thought over the wet season, I stayed up in Katherine for a few years over the wet season, and it just sometimes it get 45 degrees and 98% humidity, so it's tough on me, but it's also tough on the horses. And very hot and sweaty. So then I thought, well, maybe I just get out of Katherine, head down to Mum and Dad's place at Kingaroy or over to another mate's in Perth, and keep training horses down there. Just take outside horses, and for the 4 or 5 months down there, and then come back up again. So I did that for a few years, and I met Annabelle over in WA. I was hitchhiking over that way at the time, training horses. So her father picked me up off the side of the road, and that's how we met. But then after that, we started to, I think it was after the live beef export ban hit 2011. I wasn't, the cattle stations didn't have a budget anymore to pay horse trainers. So I went singing at the caravan parks in Katherine 4 nights a week. And those people said, hey, can we come and see how you're actually doing this training horses and dogs? So we started this Outback show, which then took us. I said, let's just take it on the road and see what happens, So, and it was a massive gamble heading on the road with it. I think the first time we did, we actually took horse panels with us down the West Coast, and every town they gave us a young horse I'd had to catch and try to ride as part of the show as well. So we did that the first time, and it was, I think it's our 8th tour now, 8th year summer tour that we've been doing. And we always try to go to different towns and build up their communities and their communities groups, a bit of an opportunity to fundraise, running the bar and the barbecue as well. So it's a lot of fun, and I feel a little bit obligated now because you go to these communities and we put on these events which bring a lot of people together, mums and dads, there's grandparents, and a lot of young people, young families, hard-working people that don't get out off their properties because it's been so dry, or the fires, or the floods. So it's great for mental health for them to come in, and we can see all that demographic check in with each other as the night pans out.
So that in itself is worth doing, let alone anything else, isn't it? Just seeing that change in people, and they're people that would have to become your friends along the way, because you're seeing them year after year. It's just a catching up thing, isn't it? Catch up with mates and enjoying it.
Yeah, well, it has been. It's like it's become a bit of a family out here, because you hit the road and you've met these people that like I haven't been to Clermont, I think, for like 4 or 5 years, and we've rocked in here and everyone knows who we are, and the local coffee shop this morning, and the horse feed place I picked up horse feed from, and they just smiles on their face. Oh, when is it? Oh, we're so excited. We got our tickets. Thanks so much for coming. And they're just very appreciative of us coming to their town, So, and it's good to get the vibe on the ground in the town, and to see that is, for me, that's the buzz. It's like, man, these guys are really appreciative of us coming there. So let's just try to do the best to put on a good show for them.
Absolutely. And how do your kids handle it? Because I know they are so on the road so much of the time. Do they get in and I know they're so little, but do they get in and want to help? And are they enjoying being on the road this year?
Yeah, that's right. No, they love it. We've got little Harry, who just turned 4 the other day, and little Lottie, our daughter. I thought it was 4 months, but she turned 2 about a month ago. So they're growing up, and they're Lottie is horse mad. So she's trying to ride a dog or a goat or anything she can to represent a horse. But we've got horses here, so I'll give her a horse ride most days. But it's really good. They meet a lot of kids. Each show, a lot of these country kids out here that families rock up. They sit around and watch the Outback show. My son Harry has learnt that a lot of them bring picnic dinners and snacks as well for their kids, and so he just floats from family to family, seeing who's got the best feed. And I'm in the arena presenting, and I can see him going from one family to the other to see if they got chocolate cake or what have they got there. The poor old parents are going, who the heck who owns this here? Like, he's just, having a feed from, the family. But no, it's a great atmosphere, and it's awesome to bring your kids up on the road. We're always talking about different towns and coming into Emerald, seeing these big dump trucks and excavators and mining, and it's all great learning for them as well. So we try to teach as much as we can on the road.
Absolutely. And one day we'll probably see you all up there. I know Annabelle gets up and does a song with you every now and again, and I'm looking forward to the day that you're all on stage and all part of this tour. I think it's going to be very special.
Yeah. Well, definitely little Lottie is already got her own pink guitar, and she's often singing Twinkle, Twinkle, Little Star or Happy Birthday to herself every day. So it's a matter of time. Yeah.
That's right. It's always birthdays. There's always a cake, always a reason for a cake. But before we do go, Tom, again, the best place to keep a bit of an eye on you, I know you were saying about your website. Do you have any socials that you update more than others? I know there's so many platforms nowadays. Where's the best place?
I think we're just on Instagram, and we just got onto TikTok the other day. So we'll just see how that goes. Yeah.
Ooh, brave.
I saw back the truck with a new trailer that folds out as a bit of a stage for the first time. I had no idea. Still don't, but they videoed it for some reason. It's quite humorous. So check that out.
There's lots of TikToks that are worth doing. You're very brave doing it, and I know that it is for you. It is a family thing. You've got Annabelle doing all the behind the scenes stuff, and the kids are committing to being on the road with you, and you can see the difference it makes in all the communities. So well done, because it is something very special. Not many people would do it, so it's wonderful to see you out there.
No, that's all right. Thanks for the support there. Appreciate it.
Anytime. So, guys, if you do want to go and get tickets, there are tickets available. I know you've got one that's sold out that I noticed earlier. There are still tickets available for a fair few of the shows. So make sure you're going to so many places, they're going to be near you somewhere. Check out the tour as it's coming to your town. And if you haven't heard When the Rain Comes Down, go and have a listen. I have put the film clip in the top of the comments, which I really like. Whose idea was the start of the film clip with the boy? And that was a really good way to start. Was that your idea, Tom, at the beginning?
Yeah, we just sort of had my mate Adam Litchfield out there, and that's where what really sparked me to try to write the song or the idea around it. So yeah, he's got 2 kids, and yeah, I said let's just see if we can use the hat the little kids got on West Hill here, which $10 for every hat goes to Drought Angels. So I wanted that in there, and Catherine Outback shirt, but then also use the phrase "one day closer" and just try to have a bit of a yarn at the beginning of the film clip, just to show a little bit of that dynamic, Yeah.
Absolutely. So special. And I know you can still get all of your albums too on your website, can't you? Not just the current one.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, that's the latest one. I think it's Nothing's Going to Stop Us. So yeah, I think there's 5, and yeah, we'll just see how we go, ticking along.
It'll get to a point one day where you won't be able to name all your albums because there's getting so many already. It's going to be hard to.
Yeah.
I don't know how you remember all the animals. And your albums. There you go. There's a few of them sitting there. You've got so many, but if you haven't already heard the current album, Nothing's Going to Stop Us, go and have a listen. It's lots of fun. I know that you'll like it, but have a look at the film clip when we finish up here before you go, because it's a great film clip with lots of messages and things in it as well. Thank you so much for joining us, Tom. We'd love having you on, and I know we were talking before, but we'll definitely have you on in January for Tamworth, which is coming really quickly.
That's cool. I think we're doing our first concert back there at the Long Yard since, I don't know, 10, 15 years.
I saw that. That was really good. I was excited to see that on there.
I thought we'd give it a crack,
Yeah. So, why not? So that'll be no animals? Not going to take animals into the pub, or? No.
I'd love to, but I think we'll just give them a night off and then get in there and see if we can get a few special guests as well. So I'll be ringing them up, trying to get them in there as well. So it'd be great to get there, and the one on the Fridays with all the animals. So it should be awesome.
It's going to be great fun. Well, everybody, thank you so much for joining us tonight. We have got so many shows coming to you for the next few weeks, and they are on different days and different times. So have a look. We'll try and get them all up for you this week. It's a bit of coming to the end of the year, trying to make sure that we can get as many in for you guys to order, because it is a really good time now, Tom, to get some Christmas presents, and you guys have some pretty cool presents on your website that they could get ready for gifts. So we've got lots coming to you. So head over and have a look. I like the shirts. Your shirts are my favorite. So head over there and get all your Christmas presents in one stop. And thank you again, Tom, and we'll see you all next week.
No worries. Thanks so much, guys. Have an awesome time, and thanks for all the support out there. Really appreciate it.
Absolutely. See you guys.
See you then. Cheers.
Thank you for listening. We hope you've enjoyed today's program. See you next time with the latest with Country Kickback.